Saturday, 1/29/2022, 12:28 p.m. Oh man. Last night was, I threw a tantrum. I went to the bathroom. I'd been in bed not a lot of the day, because I had hospice here yesterday with Star, my nurse, and medications, and symptoms, side effects. And then Lisa came first, who makes my bed, who changes my sheets every week. Oh, that is such a blessing. Changes my sheets and vacuums my room. Anyway, so that all didn't get done until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I called Roxanne. She had wanted me to call after I talked to hospice, because she was concerned. Heard something in my voice. You sound congested. So then I laid down and I woke up. I didn't really sleep. I didn't really have a sleep. It was dozing off and on. And Bruce is on the phone and he's talking loud. And once in a while I'll hear something and I'll pause it for a minute. What did I just hear? And then it's not what I thought I heard. And then I got up and went to the bathroom. And in the bathroom I hear that he's telling the person on the other end of the phone what I had discussed with hospice. And then I find out that it's Vicky. And of course, I had those 2 days. Maybe you don't know that I just basically stayed in bed most of the day. Did not feel well. Just did not. But then Vicky ended up having an issue with people with with Daryl's death, where he worked. They wanted his uniforms. They were kind of shitty about it. She was upset about that. I'm only going to say this here, and I'm only going to say this because I love you, but you texted me today about feeling numb. You're numbing yourself with substances. I am the queen of numbing yourself with substances. Best not to do it. Or best not to do it for long. Ease your way through that initial trauma. I finally came to the realization that if I can survive the first 24 hours at the bare minimum of something that's really awful that's happened, I can survive. Then I survived a week. Then time just goes on and you just keep surviving, one foot in front of the other. But if you numb yourself to that emotion, whatever it is, and I have no tolerance for people who say living by your emotions is wrong. I'm telling you, your emotional life is one of the most important things that you have in life that help guide you where you're supposed to be. So, I come out of the bathroom, I find out he's talking to Vicky, when all I wanted to do, I didn't want to tell Vicky I wasn't feeling well. I did not want her to know anything about me being 2 days in bed. That's not what she needs to hear when she's in the middle of the death of her soulmate. She doesn't need to hear that. And there's Bruce on the phone with Vicky, telling her about what I could hear. I could hear him talking. You're fucking listening to me. You are spying on me. Thank you, tarot cards. And it's just so wrong. You broke your ankle. I would sit down here with headphones on when you talked on the phone or had people come over or whatever. When it wasn't any of my business, I put headphones on. So I didn't listen because it wasn't any of my business. I didn't lay in another room or sit down here in the basement, quiet as a mouse, so I could hear everything you said. You're doing this to me constantly. And when I tell you, don't talk about me with people, what do I say? Bruce, the people who are asking you how I am and really mean the question are the people that you have told. And that upsets me. And if this is karma, if this is karma for me posting the x-ray of your ankle, lesson fucking learned. Can we stop now? So I had myself a hissy fit. I threw a fit, pitched a fit, and I fell right into it. And I was mad. And part of that mad was, why are you talking to Vicky? What has happened here? Because the last I knew, before Daryl died, you and Vicky did not like each other. But that was the key to opening it up for me, is that I'm jealous. Only I can support Vicky. You can't support her. You don't like her. But what God showed me yesterday with my fit is that it does not matter where the support and love come from for that family. What's important is intention and action. And I don't know if it was the beer talking or not, Vicky, but you told him you loved him. And I was like, what is this about? You don't have to talk behind my back, or I don't care if you do. But that's what I was shown. What was shown to me is the bigger picture. What is shown to me is that Bruce wants to do for his family, his brother and his brother's family, what I did and what I tried to do for Roxanne, which was nothing but love. And maybe he kept an eye open, maybe that's what he was listening to, and figured out how to do it. And I stepped my big ass ego and my big ass vanity right in the middle of that and blocked that and made it uncomfortable for everybody. That was me. And that's humiliating to see that in myself. I'm humiliated by myself. And then I have to understand I'm human. I've lived the life I've lived for 60, going on 65 years. I'm gonna make mistakes. This one to me is a big one, and it's at the core of who I am and why I don't feel good about myself, why it is hard to feel good about myself. The obvious always becomes clear to me eventually. I'm blessed that way. Some people, they see it, snap, they got it, yep. Me, I'm like, what is this? What's it on the other side? What's it underneath? What is this? Ain't no snapping quick there. Denise, it's the obvious. It's what you're looking at. So anyway, during this, there was a transformation where before I went to bed for the night, Knapper came downstairs, and what I had done upstairs, I had gone upstairs gone to the bathroom. I think I gave myself a breathing treatment. Then came back down here. But the whole time I'm doing that, going to the bathroom and doing that, I'm singing, come into my heart. Come into my heart, Lord Jesus. Come into my heart. Which meshed with the thing that I had written about, which the computer went pop, turned itself off, and that stuff wasn't saved on my running computer diary journal, which I've really been enjoying that, just like writing on what's the name of it? Live journal. But nobody will see it until I'm gone. And maybe even after I'm gone, they'll just delete it without reading it. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, about how you don't say, Jesus, come to me. You go, Jesus, I'm coming. You run to Jesus. You don't make Jesus do all the work. He's done all the work. No need to ask him for more. Will you come be with me? No, go to him. That's why I loved it when there was that period of time when Bruce was on the lakes with Captain Dan. And I would be able to be here, and I truly did have some talks just like this with Jesus. Just right out, just, this is what's going on. This is beyond me. I need to change how I'm looking at things. I need to change how I feel about things. I have to grow. Because this version of me is not one that I'm comfortable with anymore. You know, this version of me, this previous version of me, was getting there. Took a long time, but it was getting there. But it wasn't there. It ain't there yet, but it's farther than it was before, than say when I first started Twitter, when I first started LiveJournal, when I first started news groups, and when I very first discovered AOL and chat rooms and bulletin boards. It's a process, it's a journey, it's an evolution. It's not instantaneous gratification. It's a learning process. And boy, once you've learned, you know, do the best you can with what you got until you know better. Once you know better, do better. It's that part. Now I know better, and I look back and I go, really? Really? Did you really? Like last night, did you really throw a fit because Vicky was getting support from somebody who wasn't you? Did you really throw a fit? And I stand by my right about this. You don't talk about me and hospice with anybody. You just say, she's doing well. Because isn't that what you see? Don't. You win. I don't want what I do not have. when it comes to a lot of things. I don't have it. I don't want it. I am able to bring into my life the things that I really want. They say manifestation. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to believe that I am a manipulative person. A manipulative narcissist, like Joshua says. I don't want to believe that about myself. But if it's true, it's going to be shown to me, and there will be more of these, oh, did I really? Oh, was I really? Did I do that? Moments. Hello, here's the show. Ain't nobody watches this channel. Christopher Orlando Knapp just subscribed, which will be interesting, but I don't believe tell me. Show me your boundaries. Millions of people on YouTube. You don't spread the channel around. None of your friends are going to see it. There's not going to be 1,000 people watching me. And I'm not giving this channel out to everybody. I'm not. I do need to change my name, my display name, like when I go into a chat or something, from Running Away From Home. Running Away From Home is the name of my channel. It's not the name of me. I'm Denise Lemon Knapp. Arethusa. Only Arethusa. Arette. Those are some of the things I've been called before. And I just heard my dad say Bonici cat. Do not call your brother Alan right now, Denise. I know you feel you want to, but do not do it. You are too high and in your feelings. Which, that doesn't numb my feelings. Brings them all right here. I'm just practicing patience. I'm just seeing each tower as it comes, meaning being shown through my own actions, my own behavior. Look at this. You're picking on them, but look at this. Look at you. You're sending that out and you're getting it back. Obvious. How long did it take you? 64 years? 64 years and 2 months. Sometimes I think I just want to get unwell enough so that I have to go to the nursing home and die there. Snow me, please. And that is such a horrible thing to do with the gift of life. It really is. I had written in my journal, my computer journal, I have been protected from the day I was born, starting with the foreign doctor who saw me struggling as an RH baby in 1957. RH incompatibility killed babies. They didn't know what they knew that they needed to transfuse the blood. The mother's blood was attacking the baby's blood. That's RH incompatibility. My mom was AB negative, the rarest blood type on earth. And that's kind of interesting, isn't it? My mom was AB negative. She sold her blood out in California. I remember at least one time. Where are we going? To sell your mom's blood. That was Los Angeles area, Santa Ana, the year I started kindergarten. And I was born December 6th, so I had to start that and when I was 6, not when I was 5 like some kids do. And I remember that. Going to sell your mama's blood. But a chance circumstance, there are no coincidences or chances, a foreign doctor said you're putting the blood in wrong and gave me the transfusion so it worked out right. Then I almost drowned there in California. Then I crossed the street and was almost hit by a car. Actually ended up with a stone in my ear from the car. I remember looking up and there's the tire. Oh, and that was right before we moved to California, 5 and 6. So something didn't want me to die then, and has kept me alive through every single bout of sincere suicidal ideation. Something. And I think of my Grandma Bernard in her 90s telling me she'll wake up in the morning and she'll go, "Really, God, still?" And I'm only in my mid-60s. Anyway, I learned that it's not enough just to say you want to be a good person. You have to be able to look at the problem, step back from it, and see that it is you, if it is you. And then you work to fix it. It's that darkness that we all have inside of ourselves, for our pride and our ego and our jealousy and our hate and our prejudice and our all the bad things are in that darkness. Everybody's got it. I say you hold on to just enough of it to help you remember that you ain't no better than anybody else. Theirs are just in different places, their darknesses. You ain't no better than anybody else when it comes down to a basic human level. And I was shown vividly, embarrassingly, humiliatingly what my problem was. And it's humbling. That's all.